Yeah, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the Umineko playthrough, and yeah, today's going to be really quite fun. I don't know what we're going to be doing, obviously. I mean, I'd assume we're probably going to look at some stuff regarding, you know, as we can see here, the progression of what's actually happening, everyone's reactions to the crimes, and hopefully we're going to see a little bit of how the game progresses. Maybe Beatrice is going to have some sort of way of, I don't know, redeeming herself towards Battler. Who knows? Yeah, let's check it out. So, when being besieged, your true enemy isn't so much the fear of an unseen culprit as it is keeping such fears alive for long periods of time. Yeah, that's fair enough, actually. Yeah. The more you fear, the more you're going to be paranoid, and the less you're going to trust those around you, and that can be really, really deadly. And yourself as well, the less your rational judgment is going to be, you know, present, really. Marty got bored and started complaining that she wanted to watch TV. Oh, I feel kind of bad for her. She doesn't really have anything to do at all. There was no TV in the lobby, so she decided to return to the cousin's room on the second floor. Oh, yeah, fair. Is there TV there? Because I thought there was. I don't know, though. Oh, yeah, they shouldn't. No, that's a horrible idea. The adults probably wanted to make sure Money Girl wasn't left on her own. Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, they all told the children to go to the second floor cousin's room. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. George, who was grief-stricken by the loss of his fiancée, led the cousins up to the second floor without any resistance. Without any resistance. God damn. Yeah, to be fair, I can see him just really, really wanting to be by himself. And not by himself, but by the people he understands most, I'd assume. Well, not really Maria, but, you know, Battler and Jessica definitely apply. At first, Nandro had been reading a book in the lobby. Oh, yeah, funny that. Yeah, but when he noticed the relatives looking like they wanted to discuss something sinister. Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, he said, it seems I am in the way, and returned to his room on the second floor. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think that's really quite smart. I was just thinking that. What if they use it as an excuse to discuss something? To be honest, no, I really do wonder what they were going to do for food. Like, no servants, no cooks. What are they going to do? Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm starving, and if we just keep sitting around, we'll get sleepy too. Yes, they will, though. That's the really bad thing. They can't. It is. Yeah, it's only natural. Oh my god, they didn't. That just makes this so much worse. The fact that they didn't even get any sleep, and they're just having to, you know, constantly stay awake, really. No, but the only thing is, adrenaline is going to keep them awake, but still, that's not very healthy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we'll probably end up being barricaded here for a full 24 hours. Yeah, I see what Kras is saying, actually. It may be wiser to take naps in turn instead of overstressing ourselves. That must be. I mean, that is a good principle, but at the same time, like, it's just really quite funny. There's going to be one person who has, you know, nerves of steel who's going to have to actually stay up, and then everyone else can have a nap. Damn. I'm surprised. My husband and I will remain here, so I ask that everyone having trouble, stay awake, take it easy. Staying awake, take it easy and rest. That's actually really quite surprising that Natsuhi is willing to do that. Oh my god. No, I see that, actually. Yeah, they can't go to sleep because of the fact that, you know, they don't know whether that sleep will be their last one or not. It's hard to tell. Our opponent might be expecting that, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. One moment, Natsuhi and Kraus aren't looking. That's all it takes. One moment. Our opponent might be expecting that, right? Even if they couldn't defeat this many people, if that number shrinks enough, they may plan to use that moment to strike. Fair. Yeah. So few people that there is nothing else you can do. Yeah, there are 7 of us here. 3-hour shifts, I love it. So we could take 3-hour shifts in pairs. Oh. Yeah, tomorrow morning's a long way off. It will be, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we still have some energy now, but tonight's gonna be tough. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. Yeah, what I was going to say is that, you know, obviously they have energy now. If they, arguably, the more the day progresses, I mean, obviously nobody knows this, but it could be likely that things are going to get a lot more chaotic. So, yeah, if things are going to get chaotic, if there is a chance of things getting more chaotic, you need to sleep so that you're 100% prepared for those possibilities. Sure, well. Anyone sleepy? Yeah, definitely, yeah. I wonder who's actually the worst in terms of staying up without much sleep. Don't overdo it and get some rest. Hideyoshi looked around at everyone to see who wanted to sleep first, but no one volunteered. It surprises me. Everyone was just as tired, but no one was... Oh, yeah, because they're running on fear. Running on the fear that they could potentially sleep and then, you know, Killer could use that moment to attack. Their fear of the unknown Cobra was just as strong as their sleep. Yeah, fair, and it completely counteracts it. Nobody? Well, don't overdo it, everyone. Yeah, if we get tired, we'll deal with it then. Yeah, I see that. I'll admit I'm sleepy, but I'm not in the mood now. No, that's fair. As Eva spoke sharply, she reread the second letter from Beatrice, which had been found in the boiler room. Oh, yeah, just totally scared. I do find it really quite interesting that Eva is, you know, really interested in the epitaph. I wonder who's actually going to be able to solve it, firstly. If anyone's going to be able to solve it. Beatrice has sent them 2 letters, which had repeatedly told them to solve the riddle with the epitaph. Yeah, she really insists. And she'd even provoked them by saying, yeah, she'd give up her assets and the headship if they could solve it. Yeah, because the thing is, Beatrice is actually above Kinzo in terms of the headship-related hierarchy, really, I suppose. If I took out a notebook and opened it to a page with the... Oh my god, I love that, with the epitaph copied onto it. That's hilarious that she has that. Is this that epitaph? Yes. Yeah, I hate doing what the culprit says. Yeah, I love that. It's always whenever there's some sort of really quite problematic situation, the opposite. Yeah, but we do have time to waste. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's the perfect way to stave off boredom. Yeah, and I think it's very good, in the fact that this could potentially be the reason why you guys may not die if you find the epitaph. They will literally... It isn't, no, it might save your life. Not a bad way to kill time. Oh, that would be interesting. If they all work together, I think they could actually achieve something. I don't know though, it's kind of hard to tell. Why don't we challenge it together as siblings? Can I borrow that? Oh yeah, I'll rewrite it just a little larger. Natsuki-san, do you have a slightly larger piece of paper? Ah, that's convenient making. Oh. I feel like going in there is going to be an absolute mistake. Kirie cannot go there by herself, by the way. There should be paper in the servant room. Oh, that could be bad. I will bring some. Oh, shit. I do not trust... You know, it's just intuition at this point not to trust anybody being out by themselves. Natsuki immediately brought a blank sheet of A4 paper from the servant room. I'm impressed. Nothing happened. Kirie borrowed Eva's notebook, wrote out the epitaph on the paper, and laid it out on the table. Then everyone quickly peered down at it. They automatically formed a yeah, I love that. Yep, the gang is here. I've heard about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. But really, this is a tough riddle. I don't have a clue what it's talking about. Yeah. To be fair, if you actually dissected it, then it could, in theory, become a lot easier. At one point, I also did my best to solve it, but I was just as clueless. Yeah, if you did know, you wouldn't have come all the way out here with a plan to make money. Oh my god, definitely, yeah, because obviously if you did know the riddle of the epitaph, I think you would have all your monetary concerns, yeah, a little bit sorted. This is the first time I've read through it seriously, but... Yeah, no, I see that actually. Couldn't it be split into 3 parts? Oh yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I've been thinking this since last night, but you really are a good thinker, Kirie-san. Oh shit. I mean, obviously good that Kirie is actually able to solve it, but at the same time, you know, the pressure she may actually receive and obviously the nasty treatment she may get from everyone else, that's not very good. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Kirie is sharp. Fair. Fair. She might find a more interesting take on it if she comes in without any confusing biases. Yeah. That's right. Kirie-san? Yeah, right, I really do wonder what she's actually going to say. Kirie-san, would you mind giving us your honest opinion after reading the epitaph? Oh, to be fair, it's Kirie's thinking. Even if it's not useful, alternative impressions can be really quite beneficial. I doubt you find it useful. You will give me too much credit. No. That's fine, just say whatever comes into your head. Let's hear your thoughts. The hints you give always help me out when I'm worried. That's what happened, helpful. Oh, well, I love that he's never talked about the fact that, you know, Kirie is actually really quite helpful until now. Oh my god, that is kind of, I don't really want to say dishonest, but it's just, like, you have this feeling. Oh, to be fair, it could be embarrassing. I can see why he may not. Oh, come on, don't I always thank you? Worst thing to say. Yeah, you two sure are close. I'm jealous. Yeah, what happened with Rosa's husband, genuinely? God, and the rest of us would also love to hear these hints of yours. Yeah, we're just killing time anyway, so relax, okay? Kirie was disturbed at being praised so highly for something so strange. No, it's actually really quite interesting. The thing is, I think Kirie is such a good thinker that it just comes naturally to her about the fact that, you know, she really can form really good solutions to intellectual debates, really. But they had all the time in the world. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Realising that this was just a way to waste time, she decided to accept the role she'd been given. Oh, yeah, fair. It kind of is, though. I see what she means. Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, I suppose obviously it doesn't really apply. You can't really use witches' logic to apply something that has no association with witches whatsoever. Well, no, what I'm trying to say is you can't use witches' logic without witches being there, but I suppose this could be a devil's proof. You can't prove whether it's off the mark or not off the mark. I'm sure I'll say something off the mark, but well, I'll put my form on my ideas. It's going to be interesting to see our interpretations. She... Oh, this is just a way to waste time. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Indeed.
最初に言った大雑把に言って3部分に分かれるとはどういう意味かね
Yeah, so I suppose you could individually solve each 3 parts, and then you could obviously find a link, and then you could just see how it all flows together, really. What did you mean in the beginning about how it could be divided into 3 parts, roughly speaking? Oh, wow. God damn. A massive little image of all of the epitaph, really. I like that they've actually put this here. This is going to be really quite useful to referring for everything. So, I suppose... Yeah, 3 parts. You have, obviously, the killings, the praising, and then, well, not the praising, the desires and the praising, and the witch being put to sleep for all eternity. And then, obviously, the beginning, which is where to actually find the key. Where is the key, though? I really do wonder. It was really quite odd. So, the key to the Golden Land had literally been given by Beatrice to Maria to open the chapel in episode 2, but Loza had obviously snuck it out. She'd got it from Maria when she was asleep. Interesting, that. I think that overall, the epitaph can be divided into 3 sections. Yeah, first, there were 5 lines up until there sleeps the key to the gold. Yeah. Up until this point is the first part, which directs you to the location of the key. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, and then the part formed by the 11 lines up until the 10th twilight, which refer to the location of the Golden Land itself. Location of the Golden Land? What? I don't really understand. How could it refer to the location? This is... How do instructions about how a set formula for killing indicate to the Golden Land's location? What? Oh, yeah. And the remaining 6 lines make up the part after the Golden Land has been reached. Fair. That's actually really quite interesting. So I suppose, I mean, it shows the accordance of rules you actually need to follow to actually be able to get into the Golden Land. And it's just really quite interesting that this Golden Land is just odd. I've never understood how somebody's meant to solve this and how they're actually meant to obtain the key to get to the Golden Land. Because obviously, firstly, you know, how can they kill in the exact same pattern as Beatrice? Like, I would have thought to actually be able to get into the Golden Land, you would need to have followed all these instructions. And, you know, yeah, they need to travel in accordance with the rules. So how are they going to get there without killing loads of people, basically? Oh, nice one. I already knew that. But okay. I see. It can be divided into 3 parts about the key, the Golden Land. Yeah, that's fair actually, yeah. Yeah, and the Golden Land's treasure. Even we have been able to grasp that much. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it's kind of like a quest really, so you find the key first, then you go to the door second, and then you unlock the treasure third. Well, at the same time, these 2 can be done in any order because obviously you can find the door and then you can find the key and then you can go back to that door and then put the key in and then get the treasure. But you can't put the treasure in between any of these.
兄さん余計な口を挟まないで。
Says you ever. This doesn't need to be hostile.
キリエさんに自由な発想で発言してもらうのよ。
Yeah, no, I see that actually. Yeah, because obviously it could just say that, I don't know, Kirie's ideas have already been thought of by other people. Yeah, it's not really anything original and it's just obvious. Yeah, that's a good thing to say. Kirie, please continue. Yeah, we see it in the same way you do so far. So then, everyone really wants to know.
最初に出てくる懐かしき故郷というのはどういう意味なのかしら。
I wonder about the meaning of the thing in the beginning, the beloved hometown. Yeah, when it says my, who was actually referring to. I was thinking that this maybe could be written in the view of Beatrice, and it could be written in the view of, you know, the Beatrice who was actually reset by Kinzo and that lived in the mansion. But at the same time, yeah, all of it contradicts. Like, where is the river, for example? Wait, actually, no, it can't be. And hometown, that's a little bit key. I don't really think Dokkenjima is a town. To be honest, I really do wonder if Dokkenjima would be big enough. If it was fully built with infrastructure, if it could be big enough to be classed as a town.
普通に考えたらお父様の故郷を指すのかしら。
Normally that would refer to where grandfather lived,
懐か
right?
しきとわざわざ断るところを見ると、
Yeah,
とて
true.
も思い入れのある故郷のように思えるわね。
So his father went all the trouble went to all of the trouble of telling us that it's beloved. We can imagine that it's a hometown he had strong
お
feelings
父さ
for.
んは小田原の出身だったかしら。
Did father come from
生
Odawara?
まれは確かに小田原だけど、
Odawara is definitely where he was
お
born.
父様が懐かしむ故郷は多分
Oh,
小
that's
田原のこ
interesting.
とじゃないわ。
I wonder what link the hometown he loves actually has with this. But I don't think that's the hometown he loves. By the way, I really do wonder how anyone's actually going to be able to solve the epitaph because of the fact that, you know, how can they go to the hometown?
それ
They
につ
can't.
いては
They need to go to the
多分兄
hometown
弟
to
た
actually
ち
get the
は
key.
全
That's what I'd
員
assume.
同じ場所で認識してるわね。
I imagine all of our siblings have the same place in mind. Oh, I wonder. Right.
多分小田原じゃないわね。
This probably isn't Odawara.
聞いた話ではとても楽しい少年時代だったそうよ。
From what I've heard, he had a very fun time as a youth. Surprising.
親父の人生で最大の不幸は多分
To be honest, I can see that.
させられたことだろうよ
I do find it really quite interesting. If you think about that, you know, if he had really, really fun in his youth and he was just a really quite normal and, you know, I don't know if he was pleasant or not, but, you know, he was a happy teenager just living his life like he could have gone into some sort of normal career. I mean, though he was in a slightly poorer part of the family. Yeah, Kanto earthquake in 2000 and... Wait, not 2012. What the fuck am I thinking? Wait. Oh, I forgot what the year was. 1942? I don't know. Wait, no, it can't be 1942. 1937? I don't know. I swear it was something around there. I don't know that. I think it was the Great Kanto earthquake, though. And, yeah, so... Yeah, it's just really quite absurd to think. Everything after that, Beatrice came over, he received loads of gold, he, you know, obviously really climbed his way up the business venture ladder. And then he obviously, in the end, was able to do everything he could regarding buying Dokkenjima Mansion and Dokkenjima Island itself. And, well, he didn't really buy it. He literally got it for free because he was able to bribe big shots. I think he was able to bribe the government, saying that he was actually going to be... He lied about some sort of scientific purpose being used for the island, but then when he'd actually... When they'd... I think it was when he kind of just... When it was made apparent he lied, they just didn't do anything. They tried to, but he eventually won with all of his influences. Yeah, greatest bit of misfortune in life. Fair. God, yeah. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, father didn't actually want to become the head. Yeah, but it's just forced
そ
on
れは
him.
どこなのかしら。
Yeah, so where is this
そして
place?
そこに鮎の泳ぐ川は？
It's actually really quite interesting. I'm quite surprised at the fact that Otawara isn't the place. Is there a river
当
where
時
the
はあっ
sweet fish
たんじゃ
swim?
ないかしら。
Maybe there was at a time.
今はだいぶ開発が進んだでしょうか
Oh,
ら。
that's tricky.
鮎はいなくなってるかもしれない。
There's been a lot of development there since then, and the sweet fish might have disappeared.
お父様が少年時代の当時に鮎がいたと言われると、非常に調べるのは困難ね。
That's actually really tricky. So that could potentially be saying that, you know, it could be anywhere, but it could be in any town. But at the same time, you know, it's ambiguous to whether there is a sweet fish river on because of developments. But at the same time, they've literally said that they knew which town it could potentially be. So obviously that rules it out a lot. And there probably isn't just a single river. Oh my god. I believe we all gave this a thorough investigation geographically.
エヴァに至っては現地まで直接調べに行ったんじゃないかね。
God, you even went to the actual place to investigate directly, right, Eva? That's actually really quite interesting that Eva was the only person who went as far as to do that. I really think from this you can obviously tell that Eva really likes the rewards that could potentially be there. Yeah, that's the excuse. But at the same time, maybe it could be true. That was only a vacation. You still made the choice to investigate. If anything, I think that's even worse. You've went to a place for vacation, and yet you haven't even chose to relax. You've just made as much usage out of your vacation you can possibly make, really. And, you know, obviously investigate everything. And, yeah, I suppose it's good for her using her time as productively as possible, but still. It shows her determination. That is really tricky. I mean, I just genuinely wonder how you would actually find something like this. Especially if it's unclear as to where the sweet fish actually are. Yeah, it's changed completely. That's really tricky. What about the two? Who are they? Like, are they still going to be doing what they have done? Will they tell you where the key is? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous to think. After all, it was caught up in that war. Oh, God. Oh, that's awful. Yeah.
お父様がどこに住んでいたのかさえ正確な場所の把握は不可能よ。
God. Isn't that absurd, though? I think that just really subtly shows just how crazy the effects of war are. I mean, like, they're so bad that, you know, in this example, you know, this place could potentially have been so devastated that it's not even possible to tell that that was the place their father lived in. I mean, God. I mean, I can't really say much. I think the place I live is going to be under the sea in a few years. So I suppose it kind of applies to me as well. I imagine that if father went there himself now... Jesus Christ. God, that really is weird. Even he wouldn't be able to pick out the place he'd lived anymore. God, this is really annoying. Glasses being glasses. Well, after all, those guys have also gone through a remarkable recovery. Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder. Does the part about a Sweetfish River bring any place name clearly to mind? Shirakawa-go, bet. Well, yeah. After all, they're sweetfish, right? Oh, God. People say they live in rivers with clean water, so there are countless rivers that might work. Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah, that is so tricky. Any stream Dad innocently went sweetfish fishing in was probably buried with the development later.
もしくは戦前の現地に詳しい人でもいりゃ話は別だが
It would be different if we had a map from before the war or a person who knew a lot about how the area was before the war, but yeah, it is
そういう
tricky.
話ではないわ
It probably isn't something like that.
どういうことだ
What do you mean?
懐かしき故郷を貫く
Yeah, running
鮎の
through.
川
Running through could potentially eliminate it a little bit because you can obviously think of all of the rivers that, you know, they just cover a part of the hometown. They don't cover so much of it that it can be considered as, you know, running through it. It's interesting that he actually went fishing. Oh, the Sweetfish River running through my beloved
黄
hometown.
金鏡を目指す者よこれを下りて鍵を探せ
Downstream? Odd. You who seek the Golden Land, follow its path downstream in search of the
こ
key.
こまでの2行で一度開業してるのよね
Yeah, I see that. I wonder what that could actually indicate. I mean, I suppose these first two lines, they're focusing on the river, and then this is actually focusing on the village itself. But... It is actually really quite odd when it says travelling down a river. I don't know, it's just following a river path downstream in search of the key. Like, I just don't really understand where that would actually make you go.
この2行だけで何かの提示が成立するのよ
Yeah. Something is being presented with just these two lines.
その何かに基づいて次の3行が続くんじゃないか
And
しら
yeah, obviously, because the sighting of the village is actually dependent on where... Well, it's dependent on how the river is actually travelled down upon, I suppose. It is actually really quite interesting that you
何
think...
かの提示ってなんやろな
It is actually really quite interesting that it says you will see a village. Why not the village? It's it's a little bit, it's not really the most specific. I don't know, because you would have thought that if this was a riddle that was specifying an exact village, it would say the village, because of the fact that, you know, it's one village, it can only be applied to one village, and it determines only what's in one village. It's odd that, you know, it's not exactly like that. I really do wonder if this could this potentially be referring to any village? I don't know, that's absurd, because obviously there is a explicit place name mentioned. That's absurd. Hmm.
わからないわ
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't
とに
know.
かくその2行だけでどの川かわからないとかそんなあやふやじゃなくて
At any rate, what we can get through, at any rate, what we can get from these two lines alone isn't something vague, like the question of which river it might
は
be.
っきりとこの川という特定ができるのよ
Yeah, I suppose so, but the clear presentation of the keyword river. Fair enough, actually, yeah. And it is literal as well, it's not metaphorical, it can't be.
ひょっとすると水の流れる川ではないかもしれないわね
Seriously? It might be that this isn't a river with water flowing down
鮎
it.
の川は何かの比喩かもしれない
I love that I was just saying that, you know, the geographical nature of this actually disproves the fact that it could possibly be a metaphor. And then we have Kiria, just the second I say that, disproving it. Yeah, the Sweetfish River might be some kind of metaphor.
鮎という言葉にはどんなイメージがあるのかしら
What sort of impressions does the word sweet fish give? I really do wonder, actually. I mean, I don't know. I mean, sweet fish. I suppose sweet, as in, I don't know, candy related fish. Well, I don't know. Obviously, fish you could associate with beauty, life, all of that kind of stuff. Beauty, life, sustenance. Aquatic
鮎は鮭
stuff.
みたいなもんや。
Sweet fish are like
淡
salmon.
水魚だが生まれてすぐは海に出るんや。
Oh, yeah. Look into their story, yeah. They're freshwater fish, but they go out into the ocean right after they're born.
そして大きくなると川に戻ってきて生活し、
When they get big, they go back to the river to live there.
そこに産卵し
That's
て
interesting.
生涯を終えるんや。
Oh, yeah, that could potentially be really quite symbolic of what Keensaw may do. I don't know. Because that would be kind of reasonable. Like, the beloved hometown that he begun his life in, that he had his, you know, quite pleasant childhood in. And then, obviously, everything that's happened in his life. Could that be indicative of the fact that if Keensaw actually wins this game and he's alive, is he going to die in his hometown? I wonder. And then they spawn there and end their lives there.
まあ一度は家を出るが大きくなって戻ってきて
Oh,
卵
maybe
を
not.
持っ
Maybe
て
not
なあたり
so
は
applicable to Keensaw then. Well, they leave their home at one point, but when they get big, they come back and lay
一
eggs.
族繁栄的なイメージがあるかもしれんな。
Might be able to link that to the idea of clan prosperity. Yeah, maybe.
へえ
Oh,
淡水魚なのに海水でも生きられるのかよ。
they're freshwater fish but can live in the ocean.
知らなかったぜ。
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't either.
川魚だから海には出られないと思ってたぜ。
Yeah, I figured river fish wouldn't be able to live in the sea.
鮎は香りが良いことから香魚とも呼ばれるとか。
Oh, yeah. And they are called sweet fish because they have a pleasant
私
aroma.
は食べたことがありませんが、塩焼きにするととても美味しいそうですよ。
I've never eaten one myself, but I've heard that they can be quite delicious when grilled with salt. Ooh, yeah.
なんやな
Oh,
つきさん。
yeah, that sounds good. What's that, 夏木さん？
鮎の塩焼き食ったことあらへんのか。うまいで。
Oh,
今度
yeah.
ごちそうしたるわ。
Oh my god, I'd love to try something like that. I would kill to try something like that. Oh, that'd just be so unique. The thing is there is one place that I know around us that does actually some really quite nice looking island-like food with loads and loads of local fish. But I don't really know anything apart from that. Still, the place I'm actually referring to in my head is absolutely amazing though, so it's not really a problem. Yeah, so they're born in their home and then they go out into the wider world. I suppose you could actually link that to Keensaw. This is the thing that I fucking hate about metaphors. You can link them to anything and you can make a valid interpretation. I don't know, for example, you can link sweet fish to the fact that, I don't know, let's say today I've gone home, I've studied for my exam, I've gone to school, I've done my exam, and then I've came back home to end the day and say goodbye to this day. You could technically say that the day is dying, so could you in theory say that I'm a sweet fish? Like, I mean, okay, it sounds completely absurd, I know, but at the same time, that just kind of proves the point that you can link it to anything, genuinely. So any interpretation, it's so easy to be led astray. It really is. Like, not when I finished my exam, I've finished it, so I've became more of a person. I've grown as a person. I don't fucking know. You could in theory say that though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really think you could link that.
庶民の料理だ。
It's a food for commoners.
君の口にはふさわしくない。
What? Hardly appropriate food. Oh, damn.
これは私の妄想なんだけど。
Oh, damn. To be fair, at least he's praising this. At least he's praising Blimmin' Hideyoshi there. But still, though, wow, you can just see how bloody posh he is there. God damn. He only eats food for rich people. This is just my wild
実
idea.
は私、鮎の皮のイメージから家系図を疑ったことがあるの。
But the impression I get from a Sweetfish River makes you suspect of family
鮎
tree.
は一度海へ出るけど、また生まれた
Oh,
川
yeah, that
に
makes
帰って
sense,
きて
actually.
産卵するんでしょ。
The Sweetfish go out into the ocean for a time, but they return to the river where they were born to spawn,
まる
right?
で
Born to spawn.
私のことみたいだなって思
It
っ
reminds
て。
me of myself.
そうね。
You're right.
今だから白状するけど、
At this point,
私もあなたとマリアちゃんのことを指してるんじゃないかって疑ったことがあるわ。
I can confess that I've sometimes suspected that it refers to you and Maria-chan.
なるほど。川を下ればやがて里あり。
If you follow the river downstream, you will find a
家系
village.
図を下っていくと見つかる里はマリアの名に含まれる里の字だけだ。
Seriously? If you go down the family tree, all you find is Maria's name. Only her name has a Ri or Sato. The character father uses for village here. Or is it Ri when it's, yeah. So it's normally read Sato, but it's Ri when it's with other kanji, I'd assume. That's actually really quite interesting that you could think it is linked to a family tree. That does make sense though, yeah. So they go out into the ocean and then they return to their... They go out into... So a human being, what they do is they go out into the wider world to do their work. But then they kind of... I suppose, especially if you're a mother in, you know, these times, you probably just return home. You probably have to stop your job. Or you'd have to reduce the amount of hours you do so that you can look after kids, really. And you can actually have them. So... I suppose if you're then going and you're, you know, in your house with your kids, you could possibly say that, you know, you're back home to actually have kids and, you know, begin family. So that's actually really quite interesting that, you know, Sweetfish, you know, the nice aroma could potentially hint, you know, the, I don't know, you know, like the metaphorical bliss of new life that a lot of these things tend to have, really. A lot of the people... It's just one of those things you always see in English poetry. That is really interesting. Isn't that right?
みんなも知っての通り、お父様はマリアのことを毛嫌いしてて。
Yeah, it is interesting that, but at the same time, we literally learned that Maria was Beatrice's disciple. If Maria goes the same way Beatrice went with Warugiria, then what the fuck is going to happen? How powerful is she actually going to be able to get? Because think about this. So Warugiria is... No, she is a little bit more powerful than Beatrice, but, you know, Beatrice basically rivals her power level. Is Maria going to be able to rival Beatrice's power level? I really do wonder. But as you know, Father doesn't like Maria. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So why would it say beloved? And also, that doesn't really make sense if it's talking about a family tree, because we've seen how much, you know, Kinzo has thought of the Ushinomiya family bloodline as totally incompetent. Why would he then be subtly praising them? And also, why would he be praising someone at the bottom who, yeah, like this said, he doesn't like? That's awful. It really is. Isn't that right? But as you all know, Father doesn't like Maria, and he almost never speaks with her.
お父様はかつてマリアに全然違う名前をつけるように言っていたの。
Interesting. Oh, that is interesting. So that could basically, that could be indicative of, you know, not much connection at all. And in the past, the father told me to give Maria a completely
それを
different name.
私が勝手にマリアにした。
I just decided to go with Maria on my own.
お父様はそれをとても怒っていたわ。
Father was very mad about that.
その経緯を考えると、
Given that,
財産や家督を引き継ごうという大切な碑文にマリアの名を引用すると
Yeah, no, I
は
agree.
とても思えなくて。
yeah, yeah, you've got to think about the significance of the epitaph as well. Like, why would she be in it? The only reason I can think of is magical connotations. And the fact, no, to be fair, that could actually be reasonable. If Maria is the one person that has magical connotations in the Ushinomiya family, then could that be a motive for writing her name in there? I don't know, though. But I do find it really quite interesting that, you know, obviously Maria's name was, you know, desired to be changed by Kinzo before the epitaph was actually written. That could potentially be indicative of the fact that, no, actually, it really couldn't be indicative of much. If anything, it would be contradictory. It's just odd that Kinzo, a few years back, asks Rosa to change Maria's name, but then he's using it for an epitaph-related thing. It just doesn't make much sense, that. Yeah.
マリアちゃんに碑文を読ませたことは？
Have you ever let Maria-chan read the epitaph?
ええ、もちろんあるわ。
To be fair, I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, like, I don't really know if that's something you should be showing a 9-year-old. Actually, it's probably not much of a problem. Yes, of
で
course.
もさっぱりみたいだった。
Interesting, but it looked as though she didn't have a clue.
魔女の復活の儀式みたいな相変わらずのオカルト話ばかりでさっぱりだったわ。
She didn't have a clue, and she kept going on about that same occult stuff, about how it was a resurrection ceremony for the witch. Well, yeah, ironic that, because I don't really think that's very, like, wrong. That's completely true. Bang on. Bang on the mark. A connection between father and Maria. Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, Beatrice could have never interacted with, you know, Kinzo before he had actually made the epitaph, so I don't really understand why he would really know much about Maria's magical talent. Well, we haven't known an interaction. No, but at the same time, why would he have interacted with Beatrice if, you know, he's so grief-stricken? And, you know, we've just seen his efforts to actually revive Beatrice. Yeah, no, I see. It would be unlikely. But at the same time, I don't really think that Ma in Maria's name, you know, the kanji that means village. Or wait, no, hang on a second. It's Ri that means village, or Sato is the other reading, isn't it? Yeah. It is odd.
Yeah,
no, I know. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. By the way, behold, interesting choice of verb. It's as if something is being presented to them. What sticks out to me is that how he went out his way to add beloved to the first line. Yeah, definitely. Like you all said now. Like you all said now, if father was reluctant about becoming the Ushinomiya family head, would he have fond memories for anything connected to that? No way. No, me neither. No. I don't think that this can be Odawara, which represents the Ushinomiya head family. I believe this word beloved here at the beginning. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I feel like the Sweetfish River is actually I don't know, this is the thing, it can either be interpreted metaphorically or literally. I don't know. I think it's more likely metaphorically though, because of the fact that, you know, the beloved hometown has changed so much that it could potentially be unrecognizable. No, but at the same time, this could be some sort of extract from Kinzo's memories. If this is actually an extract from Kinzo's memories and it's based on the sights he saw as a kid, then, you know, how the fuck are the two? Wait, where are they? Yeah, the two. Where are they going to be? Are they still going to be there? Or are they going to be dead? Or are they going to have moved or something like that? Well, that's fine. It would be, yeah. It would be hard to pinpoint since we don't have even a trace of a map from that time. Yeah, definitely, yeah. But at any rate, there were probably several rivers with sweet fish swimming in them near Dad's hometown during his youth. Yeah, definitely. That is if we're looking for a river with water flowing down it, right? And then... Come on, Kirie-san.
I
suppose that could actually hint into the location of his beloved hometown. It's, you know, travel down a river and then find a village. It's near a village. I don't really understand the 3 lines starting. If you follow the river downstream, you will find a village. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's probably linked to the 2 lines about the Sweetfish River. Yeah. I imagine it's something we'd understand automatically if we knew what the Sweetfish River really was. Yeah, no, I see that, yeah. I see that, actually. Yeah, because the thing is, if you actually look into the Sweetfish River and you don't know where that is, you don't know whether the village is real, you don't know where it is, you don't know what it is, you don't know how to get to it, and obviously you don't know any of the references that are in the village. Even if you learn the Sweetfish River's truth, that is, if it has a truth, I don't know. Yeah, this is just the part that really... And this as well. I don't understand that. So we're stuck unless we know what the Sweetfish River really is. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Agreed, yeah. Seriously? What's up with the Sweetfish? Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, did Dad like to eat them? I feel like it's more likely the second one. Or does it have some special meaning? Is it pointless to read too deeply into it? Yeah, if you don't have both a micro and macro perspective, your field of vision grows narrow. It might be better to be flexible and avoid thinking too deeply. Focusing on an abstract image of a river where fish can swim, or something that can flow. Yeah, up or down.
そして、鮎の川の答えが続く産業を経て、 黄金鏡の鍵にたどり着く。
Then, the answer behind the Sweetfish River passes through the next 3 lines and makes its way to the... Oh, that is actually really quite interesting. So you could potentially think that... Oh, that is really, really weird. So you could sort of link the... I don't know, you could somehow link the Sweetfish River as... I don't know, some sort of... I'm thinking if you could metaphorically think of the lines of the text being on some sort of river that flows... yeah, I suppose so, because if you travel down the text, you eventually reach the key to the Golden Land. But at the same time, I think that's totally ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't know.
こうして考えると3つの区分というのは間違いかしら。
If you think about it this way, I wonder if it was a mistake to split it into 3 parts.
正確には4つの区分ね。
Yeah, no, I agree actually. Yeah, there's actually 4 parts.
鮎の川を下り、
Go down the Sweetfish River,
黄金鏡の鍵を見つけ、
find the key to the Golden Land,
黄金鏡へ旅立つ、
journey to the Golden Land.
そして黄金鏡の宝。
Yeah, and the treasure of the Golden Land.
せっかくだ。
Truly intriguing.
続けて碑文の最も中心的な部分である
We've gone this far. Would you mind continuing and telling us your opinion on the most central portion of the epitaph? Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. The murders.
黄金鏡にたどり着く第10の晩までの見解を聞かせてくれんかね。
Up until the point where we reach the Golden Land on the 10th twilight. I do find it really quite interesting, Krause's tone. It really sounds... Krause's tone of speaking, it really just sounds kind of oppressive, as if, you know, you need to say this and you have no choice because I want money, basically, and I want my headship. By the way, it is interesting that you can't find the key while journeying to the Golden Land. You have to find the key to the Golden Land and then you have to journey to it. Wonder if that says anything about it.
この碑文の中で最も象徴的
Oh
で、
my god, definitely.
そして物
Yeah,
騒な部分ね。
that's the most symbolic and also the most disturbing part. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I've just figured out what it potentially could be. This could potentially be a warning. If you figured out the riddle of the epitaph, you will realise that people are being killed in this pattern. The pattern of people that are actually going to be killed is already determined. So basically, the closer you solve, the faster you solve the riddle, the less of those killings that are actually inscribed in the epitaph can, you know, be executed. I'm interested to see their interpretations.
"生贄なんて単語が連発するから、
Yeah, since the word sacrifices keeps coming up.
ついついお父様のオカルト儀式と関係があるんじゃないか
Oh, yeah.
と思ってしまうけど。
Oh yeah, I don't disagree whatsoever. Yeah, my god, if you then put magic into the picture, then could it potentially have some sort of, you know, really, really obscure metaphorical meaning? I wonder. Since the word sacrifices keeps coming up, I can't help but thinking it has something to do with Father's occult
キリエ
ceremonies.
さんならどう見るかしら。
How do you see it, Kirie-san? Oh boy, Kirie recrossed her arms several times, peering into the paper with the epitaph copied onto it as though she was looking through it. Total analysis, good one.
これはとても難しいわね。
This is very difficult. By the way, I do find it really quite interesting. It was chosen by the key. How the hell does a key, an abstract object that is just used for opening and closing door, choose something? That makes no sense whatsoever. Wait, hang on a second. That's actually really quite interesting because the key could potentially link, the master key. Wait, no, I don't understand. Because if this was a magical ceremony, it would be a roulette related thing. A roulette would choose who'd actually be killed. It's just luck related. It isn't really, it's just Beatrice and what she wants to do. But, yeah, in Kinzo's eyes, it is definitely roulette related. And I just don't really understand, because the 6 chosen by the key... Because, let's just take this for an example. No, let's take episode 2, I think that's easier to talk about. Beatrice made the decision of making a killing as shocking and as detestable for Battler as possible. The key didn't. Who and what the fuck is the key? Could the key potentially be referring to Beatrice? I don't know. It's actually really quite odd. Like, what is the key? Is it physical or metaphorical? Like I said about Sweetfish River, I suppose. Well, so do these guys.
鍵を手にせし者はから始まるということは
Yeah, definitely. It starts with the one who obtains the
鍵
key.
を理解していないと話が進まない。
Yeah, fair. Yeah, so you probably won't be able to continue without knowing
お
what
手
the
上げ
key
ではあるけれ
means.
ど、一応挑戦してみるわね。
I was thinking of that, but I'll take a shot at trying to solve it anyway.
鮎の川が水の流れる川とは限らないよ。
Yeah, key doesn't have to be physical. Just like how the Sweetfish River isn't necessarily a river with water flowing
そ
down
の
through it.
鍵もまた。
Yeah.
本当に鍵の形状をしたものなのか疑わしいわね。
I agree, but the really, really weird thing is, we've literally seen the key to the Golden Land in episode 2, and we've been told it was the key to the Golden Land. Oh, fucking kill yourself. Ow! You too. Ow. God, it's really quite cold. Good summer temperatures. Fucking hate more weather. Yeah, I really, really wonder.
そうね。暗号とかキーワードの可能性も
Oh,
あるわ。
that's interesting. It might also be a code or a key word. That's actually really quite interesting. If it was some sort of code, I don't know though, like, what would it be a code for?
だってこの鍵は鍵穴に刺すものじゃない。
Yeah, after all, this key isn't something to be stuck in a keyhole. Yeah,
第
yeah,
一の
yeah.
番に
Yeah.
6人の生贄を選ぶためにあるんだもの。
Yeah. It's something that selects 6 people to be the sacrifices for the first Twilight. Now, I do find it really quite interesting that the key... So, there's always, in the killings, something that links people. Kinzo is kind of linked to the servants because of the fact that, you know... Well, the servants could be linked to Kinzo because of... Well, no. They're all linked because they can communicate together, and obviously, the servants branch down as servants, and Kinzo branches down as, you know, the person who, manages the servants. So they're all really quite linked. Episode 2, it was Beatrice's family, and then Beatrice's family? What the fuck? No! I mean, Battler's family, and then episode 1, it was also some of Battler's family members. Now, Shannon was killed by the 6, and she doesn't really have many links towards, you know, Rudolph, Kirie, who else? Oh yeah, Kraus and, yeah, people like that. Yeah, so you can't really say that. I was thinking that maybe the key could potentially pick like one branch of people and then 6 people could be killed based on that category. But I don't really know if that could apply because of Shannon being killed.
So その意味においては、この鍵は黄金鏡の扉を開くものじゃないと言い切れるわね。
In that sense, we can say for sure that this key isn't used to open the door to the Golden Land. Yeah, fair actually. Yeah.
しかし、物騒な鍵
Oh
で
my
す。
god, definitely. Yeah. But what a disturbing key it
6
is.
人もの生贄を選ぶ鍵なんて。
A key that can choose 6 human sacrifices. It is
神がど
interesting
うやっ
that.
て選ぶんや。
But exactly, that is a really good question. How would a key select
ル
anything?
ーレットみたいにくるくる回す
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is actually really quite interesting because, yeah, this totally links to what Ginzo's saying. Do you spin it like a roulette?
この鍵がある特定の6人を指し示す。
This key indicates a certain group of 6 people.
いいえ、ある特定の6つを指し示すというべきね。
No, we should say it indicates a certain group of 6
も
things.
しこれが文字通りに生贄を捧げろという意味でないならば、
If this doesn't mean a literal command to offer
例えば
sacrifices.
アナグラムかもしれないわ。
Oh, that's interesting. For example, it could be an anagram.
アナグラム
An anagram?
文字遊びのことかね。
Do you mean playing with letters?
ええ、
Yes.
さっきローザさんが家系図の話でマリアちゃんの名前に里が含まれて
I've been thinking about it ever since Rosa started talking about the family
と
tree.
いう話をしていた時からずっと考えてるの。
Yeah, and about how a village was a part of Maria-chan's name.
例えばルドルフさんは懐かしき故郷という単語からずっと
It seems that ever since the words beloved hometown came
地
up,
形的座標的なものを想定しているようだけど、そうじゃないかもしれない。
Rudolph-san, for example, has assumed this epitaph points to some coordinates or some other geographical feature. Yeah, but that might not
こ
be
れ
the
は
case.
ある種の謎々、あるいは文字遊びかもしれないって。
This could be some kind of puzzle, or maybe playing with That's actually really quite interesting, I
ご
wonder.
めんなさい。
Forgive me,
文字遊びとは何ですか？
but how does one play with letters?
うんカモメカモメカチンカチンみたいなやつさ
Oh my god, well, it's like sucker merry barrels.
歯を抜いたらな
Oh my... Oh my god. Wait, please. Oh. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Why can barrels not have 2 L's? Oh my god. I've never known this before. Oh, I love that. Oh my god, that's so good. I was going to look in Japanese to actually see what that is, but no. Oh my god, that's brilliant.
みたいね
Like that.
敦貴さんは育ちがいいから
Quote. Right now. That is a quote. Oh my god. Right, I actually want to see what this is in Japanese.
うんカモメカモメカチンカチンみたいなやつさ歯を抜いたらなみたいね
So you just remove ka from it. Right, so, Momet. Oh my god. Momet, and then chi, and then that's N. Wait, is this actually what it literally says? Oh my god. Oh my god, come on. Where's the kana for it? Oh my god. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let's see if I can find a translation. Oh, it doesn't look like I can find anything. Oh, yeah, I'd love it if... right. I really want to know what this means. Right, let's go deep L. Why not? Sorry, I can't actually show you guys what I'm doing because fucking internet's out. Photilia glabra, what the fuck is that? What? It's a species in the family. What? I wish I knew what this meant. I don't think... Because I'm assuming it is something naughty. I don't know. I'm really curious. There's no translators that are actually giving me anything that's... Firstly, the same. And secondly, that's... Yeah, nothing's really working. What if I just... Right, yeah, I don't know. Oh my god, I can't believe that though. This is so good though. I can't believe that. I mean, maybe this is something that is said in Japanese as well. I don't know though. It'd be really coincidental if that was an exact translation though. That's hilarious though. Sucker merry barrels without the E's and the R's. Oh, if only balls had two. If barrels had two L's. Merry? Oh, she's actually talking about it here. Take out the E's and R's, huh? Stop it. You're so boring. Oh my god, have a little bit of fun. It's just really quite interesting that even in a really quite funny and naughty situation like this, you know, poshness overall overrides, you know, humour really. It is an undignified game inappropriate for you. Only Nazi didn't get it and had a blank look on her face. Oh my god, I would be trying not to piss myself if this is the case. It seemed that she'd only guessed that the answer had to be something undignified. Going by Rudolph and Eva's snake. Oh yeah, of course Eva. Yeah, totally like her. Oh, Natsuhine-san, it's something like this. Oh, this is just something from Natsuhi's book of riddles. Sorry, Maria's book of riddles, okay? This is a thing called a Tanuki notebook. God, it's like a notebook written like a... It's a notebook written like a code with lots of ta mixed in. That's interesting. And if you remove all of the tas, then the true paragraph pops up. There's a game like that. Oh, I see. He did not ask you to suck my balls. Not till you finally realised that the answer to the undignified riddle Rudolph had posed, and her face grew red as she hung her head in embarrassment. Oh boy. Yeah, because obviously it does, I suppose, because no, it's actually really quite interesting. Why is the word kill used? Because of the fact that, you know, this is written basically from... It's ambiguous as to whose viewpoint it actually is, but if I'd have to pinpoint it, I'd say the witch's. Let's assume that it's the witch's viewpoint. Why would it be kill? The witch fully knows that after, you know, people are going to be killed, then, you know, they can just be transported into the afterlife, and then Beatrice can just continue to play with their souls there, really. But at the same time, though, if this isn't Beatrice's viewpoint, then it makes sense, I suppose.
ええ、私もそれを思ったところなの。
I also thought that.
黄金鏡の鍵とはひょっとすると6文字の単語かもしれない。
That's actually really quite interesting. It's possible that the key to the Golden Land is a word with 6 characters. What could it be though? I mean, it could be anything. And 6 characters as well. Japanese as well. It's really quite disadvantageous. Could they be 6 katakana characters or kanji characters? Oh my god.
つまりタヌキの手紙の「タ」が6文字あるっちゅうわけか。
The longest Japanese word I know in that's like basically stolen from Chinese is the Japanese for vending machine. It's 5 characters long that are really quite complicated to write. In other words, the ta from the Tanuki notebook is actually 6 characters here. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
これはやや
Oh, yeah.
こしいこっちゃな。
It's just getting to the point where they can't possibly
文字遊び。
find it. Yeah, playing with letters, is it?
日本では子供の遊びという印象が強いが、特に英語圏では
Yeah,
知識人の
interesting.
こじゃれたユーモアでもあるらしい。
Yep. Ah, yep. Playing with letters, is it? In Japan, it really feels like a child's game. That's actually really quite surprising, that. But it's apparently a stylish form of humour among intellectuals in the English world.
親父殿が関心を示すことは
Oh yeah,
考えられる。
that does make sense actually, because of the fact that he, you know, look at the style of the mansion, for example, completely westernized.
ただここで急にわからなくなるの。
But by this point, I quickly lose my ability to
ここ
understand
ま
it.
での流れは謎に満ちていながらも非常に順番的だった。
Yeah, fair actually. Yeah. Up until this point, it may have been filled with mysteries, but it was
ア
extremely
ユの
sequential.
川、それを下れ、そして鍵を見つけろと非常に順番的。
Yeah. Sweetfish River, go down it, then find the key. All of that is extremely
そし
sequential.
てその結果6文字の鍵を手に入れたと仮定するんだけど、
Yeah, and as a result, we can gain that we can guess that we gain a 6 character
そうす
key.
ると何から6文字を殺すのかわからなくなるの。
Yeah, fair actually. Maybe there could be some sort of unique key that is actually generated every single time. I don't know, like maybe it covers the first letters of the name the 6 people were killed by. I don't know. Of the 6 people killed, sorry. It's hard to tell. Yeah, where
そうだ。
6 characters from the 18, maybe? I don't know. That's right.
6文字を何から引くんだ。
Where do we pull the 6 characters from?
その提示がないな。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It doesn't tell us.
第2の番に残されし者はとある。
Yeah, I really wonder whether they're going to find the obvious connection about this. On the second Twilight, there are those who remain.
ということは少なくともその何かは有限の文字数なのよ。
Oh, yeah. Which means that, at the very least, that something has a very limited number of
そ
characters.
こから6文字を抜いて残った文字で話を進めろと読み解けるわ。
You can read it like it's telling you to continue with the remaining characters after the first 6 characters are removed.
なのに最初に提示があるべき何かがわからないの。
And yet, we still don't know what that something is, even though it should have been shown to us at the beginning.
やっぱり文字遊びという過程が間違っているのかしら。
I really do wonder. I kind of get the impression it may be unlikely, but at the same time, you know, it's a riddle. We know too little to actually be able to guess that. Are we wrong, even in our assumption that this is playing with letters? Oh, I wonder if he's actually found something. This is actually really quite interesting. So the something could potentially be referring to, I don't know, what could it be referring to? The Ushidomiya family? But at the same time, I don't really understand how you would then convert all of the people that are actually left on, I suppose, the game board, really, of the Ushidomiya family. I don't really understand how they're going to then, you know, die, and also how they represent letters as well. Everyone crossed their arms and fell silent. Yeah, yeah, it felt like they were about to reach a novel understanding they hadn't managed before. But they just stumbled one step short. It's actually really quite interesting that they are really, really learning things that they never could have before with this group communication. Oh god, then Hideyoshi's stomach rumbled heartily. Oh, that is embarrassing! The silence was broken by laugh. Oh, sorry.
珍しく普段使わん頭を回したもんですっかり空腹になってしもた
Strangely enough, by spinning the gears in my head in my head for a change. My stomach's gone completely empty. Oh, he doesn't usually do this type of stuff, it looks like. Nah, I cannot stand having breakfast at this point. It's like I can't stand missing breakfast. I love that. Natsuki.
ここには何かないのかね
Isn't there anything to eat here?
軽食の備え程度があったはずです。
There should be at least enough to be set aside for breakfast.
用意しますね。
I'll prepare it.
俺も腹ペコだ。
I'm also starving.
上のガキどもも腹ペコだろ。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Also starving on. I'll bet those brats above us are the same.
18人分も、そして3食もここに備蓄があるのかはちょいと疑問だね。
Still, I doubt there's enough of the 18 people here. Much less a full 3 meals, right? Oh my god, yeah, definitely. There aren't 18 though.
そうやな
That's right.
明日まで長丁場や
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. And this is the really, really bad thing. Obviously, these people were only human. They need substantial amounts of food, really. That's right. It'll be a long journey until
一
tomorrow.
度屋敷に戻って厨房で缶詰の類でも漁った方がええかもしれんな
Maybe we'd better take a trip back to the mansion and fish around for some canned food or something in the kitchen. Yeah. That's not a good idea whatsoever. I mean, obviously, I get the fact that food is important, but you don't want to risk your entire life on it. I really hope they don't actually do this, because this could be likely. Hmm.
クラッカーとおつまみくらいしかありませんが、そ
Oh.
れでよければ準備できます。
Oh shit, Natsuhi's dead. There's nothing more than crackers and snacks here, but if that would be sufficient, I can get them ready for you all.
でもこの人数ではお昼の分も
No,
残らな
definitely
いか
not.
も。
No way. But with this many people, there might not be any left for lunch.
今はそれでいい
That will do for now.
すまんが準備してくれんかね
Would you mind getting those ready? It looks like the men had been taken over with an appetite that had stopped all the... It is actually really quite interesting. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's just Hideyoshi, you know, he reminds himself of how hungry he actually is, and then Rudolph feels hungry because he's remembered, and yeah, it just sparks a chain reaction, I suppose. The atmosphere grew more peaceful, and the Epitaph investigation team is split up for the time being. Oh, that is yeah, it is actually really quite interesting that everyone's just taking this, apart from Eva, as we can see here, as, you know, just an opportunity to have some fun, burn a little bit of time, where Eva is just really, really intensely taking this in. And you remember the alternate persona that was actually within her? I really, really do wonder what that is. I mean, I would have thought it could just be some sort of product of trauma, but no. When I heard magic and completely correct magical theory that fully applies to Umineko, yeah. That theory just goes out of the window. But if I kept staring at the paper on the paper the epitaph was written on, like she was going to burn a hole through it.
文字遊びはあくまでも私の仮説。
Playing around with the letters was nothing more than a theory of
そ
mine.
れが間違ってる可能性もあるわ。
Yeah, there's a chance it was mistaken.
エヴァさん、あまり根詰めないで。
She's really intensely studying it. Eva-san, don't take it too seriously, okay?
ありがとう。
Thank you.
私の勝手でやってるの。
Oh, that's interesting. I'll just keep doing all this on my
放っ
own.
といてくれないかしら。
Oh, that is interesting. Would you mind leaving me alone? Eva spoke coldly. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, Kiria didn't bother her anymore, and instead went to help Natsuhi prepare breakfast.
姉さん
Nessa,
私たちも朝食の準備手伝った方がよくない？
shouldn't we also help prepare breakfast?
じゃああんたが手伝いなさいよ。
God, then you will go help.
私はこれを解くので忙しいの。
God! I'm busy solving this.
ごめんなさい。
God, she really, really is just...
じゃあ私手伝ってくるわね。
Then I'll help.
まったく。
Good grief.
なんであなたはそんななの？
How can you be like that?
こ
Oh
の碑文を
God.
解いた人間が後ろ宮家の家督を譲られるのよ。
Oh, don't! The Ishinomiya family headship will be given to the person who solves this epitaph.
あなたは関係ないと初めから諦めているようだけど。
Well, not everyone needs it, unlike you. It looks like you've given up from the beginning, as if this had nothing to do
も
with
し
you.
も解ければ、ローザにだって家督を引き継げるチャンスがある。
Yeah, but if you can solve it, there's a chance even you'll be able to receive the headship. Yeah, it's just interesting that, you know, total concept of reward she has. She is the only person that is really, really determined because of the massive reward. Obviously, it's really quite interesting that obviously Kraus beforehand, you know, he's always been less than Eva in terms of, for example, grades, and Eva's always been the person that's trying harder and to receive what Kraus has that she thinks she deserves. Really, I wonder if she's actually going to be able to, if you're going to be able to link this to the epitaph solving. Yes, yes, definitely. No, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, this is a chance to steal everything from Nissan.
どうしてその千載一遇のチャンスをあなたは真剣になって挑めないの？
It is interesting that, you know, she views it with that much severity. Why aren't you taking such a once-in-a-lifetime chance more seriously? God, poor her. Yeah, my God, she is just taking... You know, I just find it really quite interesting that she is getting mad at people for not taking the chance that is so, so relevant to them seriously. But at the same time, you know, why is she getting mad? She should be happy. She doesn't want to encourage this. She shouldn't be encouraging competition. Oh, God, poor her. Yeah, it also hung her head. Unsure as to how she should actually answer. Too late. She regretted carelessly speaking to her sister when she was in about. Oh, yeah, understandable,
あん
yeah.
たも何か気づいたことがあるんなら言いなさいよ。
If you noticed anything, say so.
私やキリエさんは真剣に推理してたのに、あんたは相槌ばかりだったじゃない。
Jesus. I mean, obviously she may not be the one for solving riddles and may not be the one that's the best at doing them. But, yeah, you don't have to... It's just an optional task. You don't have to do it. You're not obligated. Even though Kiria-san and I were thinking hard, you just kept nodding your head, didn't you?
ほら、
Come on.
何か気づいた点はないの？
Isn't there anything you've noticed?
ほら。
God. Yeah. Something that was meant to just be a way of killing time. It really, really has gone out of hand, as we can see here.
これ不思議よね。
Don't you think this part's strange?
不思議？
Strange?
何が？
What is?
黄金鏡っていう単語よ。
It's just that this whole section is written like a journey to the Golden Land, right?
何度も出てくるわよね。黄金鏡って単語。
You reach the Golden Land and then you receive its
そ
treasures.
れが何よ？
What's your point?
黄金鏡を文字分解すると何かキーワードにでもなるの？
You think there's some sort of keyword tied to those treasures?
そうじゃなくて。
No, not the treasures
ほ
themselves.
ら、この第10の番だけおかしいでしょ。
Look in the 10th twilight. Isn't how you receive the treasures strange? Yeah, you receive the power. How do you receive the power? It is odd.
Oh
yeah, that is actually a really quite good point. Yeah, once and for the last time. For the last time, well, it says you've embarked to go to the Golden Land. You're going to receive the treasures once, and then what's actually going to happen? Why does it say we'll all receive the treasures once for the last time? Yeah, it is actually really quite interesting that maybe it's if people actually solve this, they could take advantage of the treasure system. Maybe they could abuse it and ask for more treasures. I don't know though, and validly get them. Obviously, if we only get them once, then there's no point of telling us it's the last time. Yeah. And the same thing in reverse. Oh, but I'm probably splitting hairs over nothing, if you think about it. This is father we're talking about after. Fair. No, I disagree. I do wonder what Eva could potentially think about this. It is odd though, I agree. Ooh, wonder where we are. We're in Basilar and Beatrice's world? What is this? That's actually a really quite interesting arrangement. We've been hearing a lot of arrangements of tracks. I like this though. This is cool though, I like this. They're really quite good, the arrangements. Boring. Oh my god! Oh, what is boring? Because it just sounds like a child. I see what Gilligan was actually talking about when calling Beatrice a child constantly. My. What on earth is this child grumbling about? Yeah, that is understandable. I mean, to be honest, the thing is about this game, if it's actually going to be a fair game, then does it really make sense for Basilar to have such, well, for Beatrice to have such a disadvantage because of the fact that Vigilia has given so many tips to Basilar? I wonder. Not really. That doesn't annoy me. Yeah, fair. On the contrary, I'm happy to see that useless battler finally reach a level where he can match me. This is scary. Did Batola-kun and I get a little too close? Us old fogies. The fuck is a fogey? That is such a weird word. I best leave you young'uns alone. There's such a... It's a really quite odd way of referring to young people and old people. I wonder if in Japanese that actually sounds really quite different to the norm of what is usually read. When Virginia and Donovan giggled and cackled. Oh my god! Beatrice is irritating me to finally reach its limit. Oh, is that what she's actually really quite annoyed at? Enough of everyone laughing at me.
ロノウェ、しばし姿を消せ。
God damn. I just love that whenever she's being remotely provoked, yeah, she can just say fuck off. And she can obviously order this because of the fact that she's the master. Ronover vanished for a while.
消えろ消えろ。
It disappeared.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
それではしばしのお暇をいただきます。
Then I shall rest for the time being. Oh, right. Oh, you bloody poisonous demon. Well, he's just filling his job description after all. Still, though, oh my god, I love that he does it until the last second. Donovan bowed his head, still laughing, and vanished. After that, all that remained was the grumpy and irritated figure of Beatrice. And Vigiliga, who was coolly enjoying her oh yeah, of course he's enjoying tea.
この島に19人以上いないと言ったあの赤がむしろあなたを追い詰めました。
When you said there were no more than 18 people on this island, you actually cornered yourself? Seriously?
やっぱりな。
I knew it.
ちょっと早いかなと思ったんだが。
I did have this feeling it might be a bit too early.
やっぱ早かったかな。
Suppose that was right after all, wasn't it? That's actually really quite interesting that has been the corner. No, because of the fact that Bastila can't constantly assign an extra person that he can then use Devil's Proof to, you know, disprove a potential scenario with Beatrice. Because of that, Bastila has less possibilities to actually get Beatrice and attack her. So as a result, he's probably, whenever he attacks, going to aim amongst the more correct side a little bit more. That's what I'm assuming.
彼をもっと迷走させてからならともかく。
Yeah, no, I see that actually. Yeah, if you lead him further astray and you make it so that it really doesn't look as if that has anything to do with it whatsoever, and you really distract the focus, that would be really good.
無駄な切り札でしたよ。
If you had led him further astray first, things might have been different, but as it was, that trump card was a real one. No, I see
むし
that,
ろ
yeah.
彼を奮起させてしまいました。
Yeah, you ended up rousing him instead. Yeah, definitely. In addition to denying the witch, Bastila had possessed a second victory condition, one of explaining everything without suspecting one of the 18. Yeah, I suppose so. But now he has to abandon that and suspect the 18. It was at that point, when he'd been tossed about by two opposing goals. Yeah, fair that his heart should have been at the weakest. However, Beatrice had used the red carelessly, proclaiming that there were no more than 18 people. Yeah, just so that Bastila would actually have to suspect the 18. And to be fair, it could actually be an advantageous move, because if, in the best case scenario for Beatrice, Bastila gets totally worn out by this and, you know, the conflicting thoughts of, you know, do I suspect the 18 or do I not really? You know, it's all going to add up, and yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that. He reached a dead end, so he needed to start fresh, really. Because of that, Battle had been forced to, suspect one of the 18. A lot of theories are actually going to be able to be contemplated if you are willing to suspect the 18. And he had finally begun to build up the resolve he needed to accept that. Yeah. Battle was stubborn. Yes. Oh, interesting. Yeah, but that was exactly why Fishers would run all through him. Like breaking China. Breaking China. The country China, obviously. That's obviously what this is referring to when he was stuck in a fragile spot. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, because if you're a stubborn person, and let's just say you're an egotistical person, and then your ego is just converted into complete hatred by, I don't know, for example, other people, you realise how little your ego actually stands for, then boom, you're going to fall apart. I mean, obviously it's a different scenario here because Bastila isn't a complete egotist, but yeah, I suppose it conveys the same point. That itself should have been the greatest weak point, but yeah, I see. Yeah, Beatrice really actually, she has given herself away because now Bastila can think more on topic, and it's harder for Bastila to actually, I don't know, just be led astray, think on another matter, stuff like that. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, did I get a little too careless after my complete victory last time? Yeah, you've had a victory, 2 victorious, and then after that, you've just become careless. I see what she's saying. Yeah, definitely, because that is a really, really big truth, I see. The last game was a different one for Battlerakun. But it seems this game will become... But it seems this game will become a difficult one for you. Yeah, fair. Oh my god, wait, hang on a second. I'm really, really surprised. How does she remember that? Oh, that's interesting. So I'm assuming this is in the childhood Beatrice had in Rokkenjima, but it was also in the childhood she had. That's really weird. So I'm assuming what Warugiria actually tried to do was she basically, when Beatrice had actually been totally reset, she tried to teach everything that the original Beatrice had known, so that she could potentially rise up to the level she... No, because the thing is that new Beatrice, she would have been brought up without any knowledge of evil in the world, so she could potentially have become, I don't know, some sort of really good witch who mirrors her good intentions, really. I see what she was trying to do. That's actually really quite interesting. Yeah. So Beatrice will never return to her original advantage because of the red truth. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it would be more constructive to think of a next move rather than regretfully picking up the pieces. God, I really love how much these analogies work because, like, this one here is brilliant. And you can actually think of, you know, just a chess player do something like that. God, the fact that Beatrice is contemplating this, it's absurd. However, now that Bastila has figured out as much as he has, how shall I plot against him? My god, your trouble face is an even better snack than Nonove's cookie. I love that. You and Bastila, and even Donove are treating me like sweets now. Even though I'm not sweet at all. Is she... Oh my god, is Beatrice a vegetable? Is she savoury? What the hell? A savoury snack? Yeah, that just sounds too weird. I should really stop before this goes really out of context. With the shameful, childlike face that she would never have shown in front of Bastila. Oh yeah, interesting that. Yeah. Beatrice rolled her head around on the top of the table? Oh my god! Damn. Teacher. I'm just genuinely really quite surprised that in the presence of, you know, obviously the people that Beatrice really knows well, she's so informal. It really is surprising. Oh. What kind of hint?
バトラをギャフンと言わせてわらわを認めたくなるようなうまいさしてよ。
I hope she doesn't actually give it. If you know some really good move that will leave Basilar speechless and make him want to accept me.
ズバリ教えろとは言わないから、その
I wouldn't ask you to say it outright, so
せめてヒントだけでも。
even if it's just a hint.
ダメですよ。
I'm impressed.
私は今バトラ君の味方をしていますから。
To be fair, like she said herself from her own mouth, which is a very, very good at deception. She could in theory do this to Beatrice and Basilar wouldn't know the slightest. I'm on Batalakun's side right
あ
now.
なたに利することは教えられません。
Yeah, she's very, very strict to the rules. Bribe her, Beatrice.
そんな固いこと言わずにさ。
No, I see that. Come on, don't be so stingy.
弟子が困ってるというのに。
Oh shit, your disciple's in trouble, right?
師匠を超えたと散々豪語していた気がしますが。
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's brilliant. That works so well in this situation. I just need to remember you brazenly boasting that you would surpass your teacher. Oh god, she's just realised that everything has came apart.
年寄りらしく老快な知恵を一発授けてくれよ。
Please act like an old person and give me just a bit of your crafty ideas.
そうよ。
She's so desperate. I love it.
バトラにばっかりずるいってよ。
It's mean if you only help Basilar. I think her expression actually really, really suits her Beatrice. Oh my god, Wadigidia is pissed. I mean, you know shit's getting real when she's got the fists clenched. That is a really quite odd sprite.
My. 相変わらずのダダっ子ですね。
No, I see that actually, to be fair. Like, they are having a serious, really quite intense game. Where Beatrice has obviously lost a little bit and she's, you know, given herself away in her carelessness from her victory of, you know, episode 2's game. You don't ask the other side and beg for hints. I see that. I actually see what she's saying. It is harsh.
確かにちょっとバトラ君に
Yeah, that
ヒ
is
ント
fair.
を与えすぎたかもしれませんね。
No, I don't disagree. But at the same time, the hints Wadigidia gave, I think they were key to actually getting Basilar stuck out of the mud. I don't think she should have given him any hints during the game. The only hints I think he should have been given are the ones that were actually outside, that were actually inside, sorry, when he was outside of the game and he was just contemplating about ending it. But it's true that I might have given Batalakun a few too many
あな
hints.
たのお給にはなったけど、
It did serve as a scolding to you.
フェアなゲームとしては少し肩入れをしすぎたかもし
Yeah,
れない。
no, I see that. Yeah, it did serve as a scolding to you, but perhaps it was a little bit too much support for a fair game. Yeah, no, I see
そう
that.
であろう、そうであろう。
Oh yeah, just totally taking advantage of the potential opportunity.
頼むよ、お師匠様。せめて今後のヒントだけでも。
I just genuinely can't believe that Beatrice is 1,000 years old and yet this is how she's talking to somebody. Like, it really just sounds as if she's, I don't know, not even my age. Like, 13, 14, 15? No, 15. I can imagine somebody like that saying something, just acting as if Beatrice is to their teacher. Oh,
ヒントだけですよ。
I'm actually really quite surprised. But at the same time, I do think it is fair logic.
意味は自分で考えるのですよ。
Oh, so it's really ambiguous. Think about what it means by yourself, okay?
自分で考えるからさ、頼むよ。
I'll think about it myself, so please.
バトラをケチョンケチョンにできるやつを頼むよ、お師匠様。
Please give me one that will leave Basilar down in the dumps, teacher. Considering how she acted like a great... Oh my god, I know! Oh, yeah. Yeah. Considering how she acted like a great and mighty witch in front of Battler, the way she acted like, yeah, when he wasn't around was truly pathetic. No, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Virgilia's like mega mature person, and you know, she actually really acts like her age as well. I mean, yeah, it's just interesting that she was obviously trying to really inspire that in Beatrice, but hasn't happened whatsoever. Virgilia sighed at how childish Bertos still was, despite all the time that had still passed.
ではヒントだけ。
Then just a hint, oh my god, it's over the sky, I love this
イ
thing.
ソップ寓話の北風と太陽というお話を知っていますか？
What the hell? This is just asking, this is like asking an English person if they know, I don't know, Japanese, the most obscure kanji characters. Like, of course they won't. Beatrice may though, to be fair. Then just a hint, do you know of Aesop's fable, The North Wind and the Sun?
もちろん。
Yeah, of course he does, of course.
旅人のマントを奪うために北風と太陽が勝負する話であろう？
It's a story about how the North Wind and the Sun challenge each other to see who can steal the cloak of the traveller, right?
そうです。
That's right. The North Wind and the Sun. That is really weird.
乱
Interesting.
暴かつ請求な方法が常に最善の選択肢とは
Oh,
限らないとい
right.
うこ
That's
と
actually
で
really
す。
quite interesting. Yeah. Wait it out. Maybe you could be really patient. Wait it out and then strike when there is no possible way of retaliation from the opponent. Violent, impatient methods aren't necessarily the best decisions in all cases.
言われなくても分かっておるわ。
You don't have to tell me that.
わらわが勝ちを焦りすぎたことはすでに反省しておる。
Yeah, I've already reflected on the mistakes I made when I was too anxious to achieve victory. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Think about what this means.
それから
And furthermore,
バトラ君も少々誤解があったようですが、あなたにも誤解があるようです。
there's one point that Battler seems to be misunderstanding a bit, but he isn't the only one.
あなたはこのゲームの勝利条件を理解していますか？
Do you understand the victory conditions of this game?
バトラを屈服させることの他に何があるというのか。
What else is there other than making Battler surrender?
ほら、
See,
その時点でもう間違っています。
you're already wrong there. Really?
わらわが何を間違えたというのか。
How am I wrong?
あなたの勝利はバトラ君を屈服させることではありませんよ。
Your victory isn't making Battler-kun
バ
surrender.
トラ君にあなたという存在を認めてもらうことではありませんか？
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, so just maybe not making Battler surrender because of the fact that he has no other proof, but to make it so that all of the proof lines up to the existence of Beatrice. Yeah, I see that. Isn't it making Battler-kun accept your existence?
なんと
What's this?
バトラにゴマを吸ってわらわを魔女と認めてください、お願いしますと頼み込めというのか。
You want me to butter him up? Begging me to accept him to accept me as a witch?
愚かな。
How foolish.
そこまでわらわは落ちぶれてはおらぬ。
No, you don't have to beg him. You do not have to beg him. It's subtle actions in the game. God. Virgilia shrugged her shoulders, snickering. Her disciple. Oh my god, no, I see that. Yeah, who was short-tempered as ever.
ヒントは出しました。
That is my hint.
あとはあなたがよく考えることですよ。
Yeah, definitely. So a hint that could potentially be the best means of battle. Now, I find it really quite interesting. So Virgilia's basically saying that Beatrice should be doing something that, you know, is like, I don't know, the sun, I suppose, in that analogy of the North Wind and Sun. Like, I'd assume like the wind would be really quite violent and fast and impatient, and obviously it would try and get the rewards that it seeks, i.e. Traveller's Cloak, as soon as possible. But, you know, the sun will wait, but by doing so it will cause more damage because of heat, I suppose. I don't know though. But yeah, basically I think Beatrice should wait, and then Beatrice should wait, and also she should try and furtherly emphasise the existence of her as a witch being accepted, rather than making Battler reach a dead end.
いずれにせよ、バトラ君にこれまでの手は通用しません。
Yeah, in any event, your moves up until now will not work on
相
Battler
当の戦略転換が必要になるでしょう。
Yeah, that is actually really quite interesting, because now that Battler knows about all of the techniques and, you know, Devil's Brew, Famble's Raven, and also Red Truths, he can really use them to his advantage. Those moves have been outdated. A significant tactical adjustment will probably be required. Yeah. I don't need you to tell me that.
北風と太陽の話は何が言いたいのかさっぱりだが。
I don't have a clue what you mean by the North Wind and the
と
Sun.
にかく方針を変えねばならぬことは分かった。
But at any rate, I realise I'll have to alter my
お
course.
師匠様もあっと驚くような奇策を披露してみせるぞ。
You sound very confident. Who knows, will she? I will introduce a scheme clever enough to surprise even you, teacher.
それは楽しみですね。
Yeah, I really do wonder what it's actually going to be.
バトラ君はそれにどう挑むのかしら。
I wonder how Batarakun will tackle that.
あなたの健闘も祈っていますよ。
I wish you good luck as well.
バトラのついでに。
After Battler, you mean... Yeah, I really do wonder as well. Yeah, I really do wonder what's actually going to happen. So, it could be indicated that from that hint, there is going to be more of an emphasis on actually accepting Beatrice. And accepting her existence.
もう投げ出してこうさん。
Ooh. Oh god. Oh, I really do wonder what this... I wonder what this character's significance is actually going to have, and I wonder, you know, obviously what her name is, who she is, why she is in, you know, so it's why she is in, you know, Evos' childhood school outfit, really. And, you know, obviously, why she has such an in-depth knowledge of magic. I really, really wonder, like, what this is actually going to do to Eva. Maybe this is the reason Eva is so stressed, because of the fact that there is just, you know, an intrusive voice that she can actually hear that is forcing her to go on and on. Are you going to give up and resign already?
そんなに眠いならお布団かぶって眠っちゃえば
I guess you were that tired. If only you'd just grab a futon and sleep. Oh. Yeah. As my mind grew vague, and I pretended to fight my drowsiness. I love that. Yeah. You're trying to fight your drowsiness, but you just can't in the end. While sinking deeper and deeper into the sofa. I know, I scolded myself.
あんなにもクラウスから当主の座を奪ってやりたいって
Oh my god, yeah,
夢見て
definitely.
き
I
たんで
remember
し
that.
ょ
That was right at the start of the chapter. You also dreamed about stealing the position of family head from Kraus, right?
そのチャンスを私の魔法が与えたのにあなたはもう放り投げちゃうの
Hang on a second, what? How has it given her a chance? What? God, my eyes hurt. Right. Even though my magic giving you a chance, are you already
そ
throwing
う
it
は
away?
言うけれど
You could say that, but
この謎は本当に難解よ
yeah, this riddle was really hard.
知恵の
It
輪
is,
の
I
方が
agree.
まだマシだわ
Oh my god, is it just a puzzle where loads and loads of wires are completely tangled up? I don't know, for example, if you have, let's just say you have a shitty, I don't know, a computer science classroom where nobody in the class actually respects headphones, and then they just throw them in the box, and then they're all so tangled that if you actually wanted to get a pair of headphones afterwards, you probably have to spend maybe like 20 minutes untangling the headphone wires. Not a rant from my school or anything whatsoever. No way. Even a wild puzzle would be
解ける
better.
ってことが
Is
絶
it
対
like
に
that, I
約
wonder?
束されているもの
Yeah, understandable actually. Yeah. And you don't even know what this riddle actually leads to. I mean, the fact that, you know, they don't even know whether Beatrice could actually be a killer. What if the killer is a human and this epitaph is just made to waste their time? What if it doesn't actually give anything? It could be more than possible. That is really weird. I wonder what the chance actually is.
でもこの碑文の謎はそれすらも約束
Fair.
されているかわからない
But in the case of this epitaph riddle, we've been given no reason to be sure of that.
私は挑むだけ無駄な勝負を挑んでい
No,
る
I see
のかも
that.
しれな
Yeah,
い
I might just be fighting a useless battle. Still hazy, I looked at the notebook I've been holding the whole time. It was open to a page with the epitaph, which I must have... Oh my god. It was open to a page with the epitaph, which I must have stared at hard enough to burn holes in it. On so many hundreds of Jesus Christ, I'd lost count. Holy fuck. That page is truly a door. On the other hand, on the other side lies the Golden Land, the place I've wanted to drive myself to, no matter the effort, ever since I was a child. Oh, that is interesting. That's actually really quite surprising. I mean, obviously, in the childhood part of Eva, I'm assuming it's just, you know, a little bit of a fantasy and childhood curiosity, kind of like what Maria could potentially have. And the place I was never able to reach. Yeah, that is interesting. God, that really, really emphasizes just the severe amount of times that, you know, firstly, Beatrice cares about her... No, sorry, Eva cares about her position as head, and secondly, you know, she really, really... She just desires... She desires head. Ah, yes. She desires the position... Oh my fucking god. I can't say she desires the position of head, because that just sounds so weird. But, like, you get what I mean if I say that. So... head to the Ushinomiya family. Let's just say that, so you can't think giving head. Yeah, she wants the position of the head to the Ushinomiya family so much that, you know, she has been, you know, she's been looking at this same page for hundreds of nights. I mean, just trying to solve it whenever she can, really. I mean, isn't that just horrible? How much it overtakes her, really. And the place I was never able to reach. Am I touching the door with both hands? With the book? No, the door right there in front of me, ready to be opened, and yet still unable to reach the other side. Oh, that is interesting, I do wonder. That's right.
あなたは扉に手をかけている
What? What? Hang on a second, that is actually really quite weird. So, is there something that is potentially really quite beneficial that they've actually realised about the epitaph today that...
さあそれを力いっぱい開くの
But, I mean, that's understandable, but that's metaphorical at the same time. Come on, open it with all your strength.
そしてその扉に書かれた文字を読むのよ
And read the characters written on the door. Which door, though?
力いっぱい
Open it
開く
with all my strength.
扉に書かれた文字を
Read.
読む
the characters written on the door. Strain your eyes. See through to the thing beyond the epitaph written in the notebook.
懐かしき故郷は私たちの想像をきっと裏切らないわ。
The beloved hometown definitely won't betray our
お父
expectations.
様が唯一懐かしむ過去は少年時代だけだもの。
So these are her theories. I do find it really quite interesting that whatever Eva is actually doing, she's either regurgitating information that Eva already knows, or maybe she's actually going to tell us something new. I don't know though. Because this first thing, this is something that Eva knew. Maybe it's just her subconscious recapping it for her. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Read the characters written on the door. That would be really quite interesting. I do wonder what's going to be there. That's right.
なら鮎の川は
Then what about the Sweetfish River?
それが泳ぐ川は複数あるし、お父様が住んでいた場所のすぐ近くにあったかは怪しい。
Yeah, definitely. I do wonder what she's actually going to say. There are several rivers where they swim, and there's reason to doubt that this just refers to one close to the place father lived.
鮎の生息するどの川が地図上距離的に近いか。
If we take out a map and start calculating which rivers with Sweetfish were closest.
なんて話になると、急に曖昧になって特定ができなくな
Yeah,
る。
fair, yeah. Things will quickly get vague and we won't be able to narrow it down.
自分で言ったじゃない。
Didn't you say it yourself?
水の流れる川かどうかわからないって。
It doesn't have to be. No, no, no. You said it didn't have to be a river with water flowing down it.
鮎という言葉がそんなにもややこしいなら忘れてしまえば。
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I think Kirie's approach, though it is reasonable, I don't think it's the best. Like, if you're solving a riddle and if you basically just cower at the thought of not being able to actually solve, like, for example, you know, she disregarded all of this because of the fact that she didn't actually know what the Sweetfish River was. Forget about it, just make it fuck off so that you can then try to understand this individual part. Kirie's very smart, but I think that's a real flaw in her thinking. Think of a river. A river. No, I agree. Linking it with a family tree wasn't a bad idea. Try thinking about how to link a river with something else along those lines. I do wonder if she actually knows the answer. Yeah, that is actually really quite interesting that she is hinting on the fact that it could potentially not be a river. Yeah, it isn't a river. But where else could Sweetfish swim? Yeah, but what if that is a potential metaphor in itself? Oh, but if we're talking about places Sweetfish can swim, then maybe the ocean has something to do with this. Yeah, definitely. Didn't my husband even say that they go out into the ocean, even though they're river fish? I really do wonder if this Sweetfish River could potentially be some sort of location.
海まで。
Interesting theme. To the ocean.
いえ、
No.
でも
But... Oh, I like this. This is really odd. Did you notice?
でもうろ覚えなの。
But that's just a faint memory.
ここには書庫があったはず。
There's supposed to be a room for storing books in this building,
調べれ
right?
ば確認できるわ。
If you investigate, you can make sure.
それが鮎の川なら。
If that's the Sweetfish River.
そして鍵は6文字の単語かもしれな
Oh,
いの。
that is interesting. Yeah! No, that would be fully logical. Oh, that is interesting. Oh my god. And if the key might be a 6-character word.
本当にその川に眠ってるというの。
Yeah, I really do wonder. Then could the key actually be resting in that river? I don't know. Anyway, I have to search in an atlas. But even if I know that, I don't know from what I should take the 6 characters. Yeah, true.
本当にわからないの？
You really don't
よ
know.
く考えて。
Think deeply.
私たちは下手に頭がいいから発想が硬いのよ。
We're pretty smart, so our ideas are solid.
気分の謎なんて大層に考えないで。子供の謎だと思って。
Don't think of it like it's something massive as the riddle of the epitaph, but like it's a child's riddle.
男なんていくつになったって子供なの。
Damn! Okay then. Man, we're always children no matter how old they
お
get.
父様が老境に差し掛かったとしても、
Even if our is advanced into his old age.
心の中の本質的な部分は子供と何も変わらない。
That is interesting. That doesn't change the fact that he's essentially a child at heart.
お父様への畏怖を捨てるの。
Throw away your awe of
マ
father.
リアが船の中で突然出してくるようなくだらなくて低俗な謎遊びだと思って。
Think of this like it's a worthless, infantile game with riddles. Like the ones that Maria suddenly brought out on the boat. Oh, that is interesting. God, I really do wonder where this... So this building, there could be a room for storing books that potentially nobody knows about. But at the same time, I don't really understand why this would be any link... Why this would have links to Keensaw, though, because of the fact that, you know, Kraus has built this. Why is it a secret room that has relevance to the epitaph? If that's the case. God, I like this music. It's really good. Riddles.
くだらない低俗な
Worthless. Infantile.
謎くだらない低俗な
Oh, 7. If you remove na, could in theory be 6 letters. I don't know though. I don't really think that's valid though.
くだらない
I'm sure that was... What was it? I'm sure if my memory isn't wrong, that it's probably the case. No, I don't have to rely on my memory. I should be able to figure that out immediately by searching the library.
私たちは多分もう答えに気づいてるわ。
We've probably already noticed the
あと
answer.
はそれが正しいか調べるだけよ。
Definitely, yeah. All that's left is to investigate whether it's correct or not. God, I really wonder what it is. Come on, Eva.
誰にも気づかれないように書庫へ。
Oh, yeah, that is interesting. Let's go to the library, making sure nobody sees us.
あそこにはお父
Dodgy
様
as
の書
hell.
斎から溢れ出した硬い本が山積みよ。
Oh, that's interesting. There should we should find a mountain of thick books that didn't fit in Father's study.
私たちの疑問に答えてくれる本が見つかるわ。
I'm sure we'll find a book that answers our question. It's actually really quite interesting that even though this person, you know, who has a total knowledge, I'm just assuming, of everything that actually is related to the Epitaph's riddle, doesn't know the code themselves. I wonder what it could potentially be a link for. It's 6 characters. 6 characters out of what, though? It doesn't really make sense, though. Where does it come from? Something that has links to the number 18, that's where I'm thinking. A mountain of thick books.
急いで。
Quickly.
これが生涯で最初で最後の私たちの夢の叶うチャンス。
This is the first and last chance we'll ever get to make our dreams come true. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, that must have been terrifying when Natahi tried to lay a blanket over her. Eva suddenly jumped up.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
起こしてしまいましたね。
Oh no. No way. It looks like I woke you.
エヴ
Eva.
ァ眠いなら無理をし
Oh,
なく
this is really, really bad. How is she actually going to get out of this? Toilet, toilet, toilet. Eva, if you're sleepy, don't overdo it.
お
Oh,
前から
Eva,
休みなさい
you rest. Oh, she is not sleepy.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
ちょっとお化粧室に行って
Good one.
顔を洗ってくるわね。
No! No, you idiot! Washing your face implies that you are going to be there. Sorry, you're going to be in the bathroom for a small amount of time. You're not going to be in the library for a short amount of time. Let's be honest, it's at least going to take maybe 10-20 minutes to solve the biggest riddle of your life. It's a really unusual song, this. I like it. It really conveys the tension that is potentially going in Eva's mind. I mean, she's literally wanted to know the answer to this riddle and get the headship for the entirety of her life. And this is where she might actually be able to do so.
無理をせんと休んだ方がええで。
No, 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 you should shut up. No, 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 just kidding. You should take it easy and
また
rest.
体に触るで。
You're just going to make yourself feel worse, you know?
本当に大丈夫だってば。
Told you I'm fine.
すぐ戻るわね。
I'll be right back. Will you? My god. After leaving only those words behind. Yeah, I rapidly left the lobby. Yeah. The lobby was partitioned off by a door, so as soon as I went into the corridor... yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, they can no longer see me. Oh my god! Right, the library was right next to the servant room. Father always owned a vast book collection. But ever since he started to become engrossed with his occult hobby, God, I know, I mean, you can never tell me that this is the amount of books that belongs to an occultist. Oh my god. If that's the case, this is absurd. That really is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's interesting. So that the normal books suitable for a normal study have been forced out? Is this study over... Wow. God damn. This so-called library was mostly used as a storage room for those normal... I see that, yeah. Yeah, it definitely shows in, you know, for example, the lack of tidiness and, you know, the cramped nature of the shelves, stuff like that. They're all thick. Jesus Christ. They're all thick. Like, complete encyclopedias for intellectuals. That's absurd. But this is very convenient for me. Now that I was investigating, so that's understandable actually, but at the same time, you have to find a 6-figure thing, some sort of code or grid reference. Grid reference? Oh my god. That would actually be really quite interesting if the answer to this is some sort of 6-figure grid reference to a potential Sweetfish River, and the Sweetfish River isn't metaphorical. Or maybe it could be some sort of grid reference to a metaphorical thing. I don't know though. It's interesting that that has 6 figures actually. Kind of links, I suppose. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I entered softly, and just in case, I checked the room with my gun readied, making sure that there were no suspicious people there. Then I locked it from the inside. Well, that's not going to be very good if you die. Well, I mean, who would be there, though? Genuinely. I actually wasn't thinking that the murderer might be hiding somewhere. What scared me was the thought of one of my siblings. Oh, yeah. Might hear what I was investigating. No, but at the same time, locking the door also erases the chance of the murderer actually, you know, sneaking up behind you. So, good. Oh my god, understandable. Yeah. My heart had suddenly started racing before I realised it. Yeah, god, yeah. I was half asleep just a moment ago, so I didn't realise how significant this thing I noticed was. But as I gradually... Oh, yeah. Yeah, but as I gradually became aware, my heart started to feel like it was about to explode. Fair. I wonder if any of the other siblings have noticed this. Oh, yeah. What about Dosa, though? I don't think Kraus and Rudolph will notice. Fair. Yeah, but I don't know about Kirie. She really does. Yeah, she has extraordinarily good intuition. And I don't know about Dosa either. Oh, come on. She literally made the link between the family tree. You can't make her that. Wait, no, no, sorry. What was it that she covered? Oh, I can't exactly remember. Oh my god, I've got to just look at it again. Hold up. Actually, now, I'm looking back on it now. And though what Dosa said was important, I won't deny that, you know, just the fact that the treasure was once the one and only treasure, it wasn't nearly as significant as the stuff that, for example, I don't know, Kirie has said, for example, that's, yeah, just wasn't really. So, I don't agree that she's stupid, but at the same time, I don't really think she's the best. I think she's kind of in the middle of, for example, I don't know, like Kraus or Rudolph and Kirie, really. She's just the average. Jesus Christ. She has always been incredibly so. God, that's horrible. Really? I say she was wise enough to make you think she was stupid. Oh, so that she didn't earn herself unnecessary malice. Oh, yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. If that theory could be the case, No, but the only thing is I remember Loza saying that her grades were actually worse than Eva's, and she was really, really inferior because of that. But at the same time, maybe it was because in this, maybe she is just more intellectual despite having lower grades. And yeah, she's just making it so that, well, I don't know, she's not really, her intelligence really isn't noticed so that nothing is suspected. I don't know. Here it is.
これになら載ってるかしら。
I wonder if we'll find it in this one. I pulled the book out and flipped through the pages. So this is... Isn't it ironic that 6 letters could potentially change the entirety of Eva's life here? The Sweetfish River.
なるほど。
I see.
鮎の川とはそういう意味なのね。
This is what the Sweetfish River means.
もたもたしないでさらに調べて。
Yeah, don't dawdle around. Research further.
分かってる。
Yes, I understand.
川を下ればやがて里あり。
God, I really wonder what the book is actually having. Maybe it could be the book, maybe it could be some sort of book that's, I don't know, that has some sort of, maybe it could be some sort of history book that has some sort of tribute to Kinso's town. I don't know, beloved hometown. God, I really wonder what the Sweetfish River actually means. And I just wonder what they're actually going to be able to do with this knowledge. By using the character Sato or Lee, I thought it was, does he mean a town or something? Yeah, that's just an area of dense population, so there could be any number of those. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! It's interesting how much pressure this other person is actually... I mean, this other person, the amount of pressure that is actually... I do find it interesting, the amount of pressure that Eva's actually received. You know, the more her heart races, the more her subconscious voice just gets totally out of hand. Why have you stopped thinking? Oh god, just bully her into thinking about it. Interesting. I do wonder what's going to happen to her subconscious when she finds the gold, by the way. God, if only you just give up. It's interesting that that is the total means of her actually prevailing. This teasing and rising against it. Oh! If only you just had the Ushinomiya headship over to Kirie. I don't want to. Yeah, you see? This is why. I will become the head. This is my first and last chance. That is actually really quite interesting that you could supposedly link that to the treasure. The first and last treasure. What is this village? What does it mean? That's actually really quite interesting. So this could be indicative of the fact that it is literal. They said, like, now I know what the Sweetfish means. Yeah, so this is the Sweetfish River. The two. What is the answer to that? I really do wonder. In the village, look for the shore. The two will tell you. Kishi? Is that what she said? I didn't hear that. Isn't it Sogakishi Beach or something like that? May have some sort of relevance. Get it? I understand. Sure. Oh my god, what's happening to her? Right before my eyes. The pieces that I hadn't been able to understand at all. Oh, that's interesting. Began to snap. Into place. All by themselves. Oh, now that is in. That's absurd. That is genuinely absurd. That really, really makes it apparent how close Kiria could have potentially been to this. The fact that Kiria had she was so close because of the fact that she was understanding that, you know, without actually discovering the significance of the Sweetfish River, you can't find the entire riddle. And I'm just so surprised that was actually true. I thought that was a real flaw in her logic. But no, everything makes sense if you just look at the part it starts from. That's so surprising. Oh shit, what's gonna happen now? I couldn't even remember to close my open mouth. My throat grew completely dry. Fair. Is it really okay for this to be... Is it a controversial answer or a really bad one? Really? Oh yeah, she is in disbelief. I can't believe this. This basically means that her entire life goals may be fulfilled. I don't know if they will be, but it still could be likely. Genuinely. Is it 18? This isn't 6 characters at all. I'm absolutely sure this is the answer, but this doesn't reach 6 characters at all. 18. What about that? Or what about 13? When it... Oh my god. I keep on forgetting that 6 people were killed because of the fact that Keensaw was killed as well. Oh my god. Yeah, Blimmin' 12. Did you stop thinking again? Oh yeah, that's interesting. In that case, think of a way you could read it with 6 characters. If you can't think of one, then research it. I love how much this person sounds like Eva. There has to be an answer. You must not doubt that. Jesus Christ. Yep, more oppression. Is believing in that too much for you? If only you just cry yourself to sleep and then you can just give up and die. Jesus. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 characters. Found it. Yes. I'm so confused. Has she actually found it? I'm in genuine disbelief that she's actually found this. I don't know though. It's really hard to tell. Jesus Christ. How much does she get bullied by her subconscious? This is absurd. Yes. This is the key to the Golden Land. The key to our childhood dreams. There is just something that I really don't like about this. I wonder. I really wonder. Wait, hang on a second. What? That's an actual Oh, that is interesting. So it's a potential locked place. I wonder where it could potentially be. The only keyhole this key can be stuck in is that place.
生贄に捧げるのはきっとあれ。
That has to be what offering the sacrifices means.
もうわかるよね。
What? Hang on a second, you've got to be kidding me. So, the offering the sacrifices actually has some sort of link towards the place that the Golden Land is actually unlocked from? I do not get this whatsoever. I'm sure you get it by now, right? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Talk about a fucking cliffhanger. Wow. Oh my god, that's going to be really, really interesting just to see what's actually going to happen there. Wow. I can't believe this, man. This really is going to change everything. I'm not even joking. There is nothing that is not going to be changed from here. I really, really wonder, firstly, if... I hope tomorrow we're actually going to learn about, like... Oh, this way. We're going to learn about everything.
こいつらが私をこっちへ回れと誘ってるもの。
I really hope we're going to learn about everything regarding the Golden Land. I mean, my god, I just genuinely can't believe that, you know, her subconscious has actually, or maybe the other person that's actually inside her, it's kind of hard to tell who it is, but they have led her to find out what's actually in the, you know, the epitaph that actually leads to the Golden Land, and I really do wonder what the answers actually are. I mean, obviously, it's really quite cool just seeing, you know, the complete emotion that Eva has, and it's also really interesting to see her subconscious as well, or, you know, the other being of the childhood. I don't like that person. I feel like, I don't know, I just have bad intuition. I don't really know what they're going to be. I wonder what's going to happen to them when Eva has actually disappeared, though, because it is interesting. The only thing they've ever talked about was, you know, Eva's complete ambition for the head, really. What else? Like, what is going to happen when that's actually happened? Is it just going to go? Is that other person going to go? Or, I don't know, is something special going to happen? Or, I really don't know. It's going to be really interesting to find out. And, yeah, I like seeing the stuff about the epitaph and all the riddle solving and stuff with Beatrice as well. That was really quite interesting, just seeing how totally childish and, you know, how much she wanted to cop out. It was surprising, it really was. But, yeah, my god, I'm excited to see the epitaph tomorrow because, yeah, I think everything's going to be changed. I really do wonder if this is going to be, like, the main element of Chapter 3. I do, and, yeah, I just wonder what the answer actually is and what I think the things I'm most curious about wait, can we access them from here? Probably get them in episode 2, I don't know, though. Oh, interesting. Don't think I've read that before. I don't think I've actually seen this little family tree here. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I'm really, really going off topic. I just want to tell you guys the things I'm... Resurrect? What? What does that do? What? Hang on a second, is it like... I don't know, there's some sort of... Wait. What the fuck? What does this do? Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. Who do we want to kill? Let's kill... who hasn't ever been killed yet? Maria hasn't, but obviously that's a no. I'm not killing kids. Nanzo, maybe. I swear that Maria... No, Maria has actually been killed. That's not even true. I don't know. You're about to have your life entirely changed, so die. Oh, right. So this is just... This is going to be interesting. Oh my god, I've actually got to read a lot of this. Right, I'm really getting sidetracked though. I want to tell you about what the most interesting things about the epitaph are. Oh yeah, like the portrait's epitaph, that might be relevant. Right, so obviously the Sweetfish River, Behold as well. Wonder what that could be. Behold gives me the impression that you are looking down on it. It's as if somebody is showing this to you. And they're guiding you on a journey of how to actually get there, really. Oh, shit. Sorry. Right, yeah, so obviously its path, I'm interested about this. If it's a Sweetfish River and it's metaphorical, how does it have a path? And in the key as well, the key, I'm really quite surprised about the fact that, you know, the key is a 6. I've got to read that after this. But yeah, interesting to think what happens if it's a metaphor. Oh my god, what's this? Oh, right. And yeah, obviously, as you travel down the village, you will see a village. And interesting about Kishi being significant is the fact that it's a shore, and you know, Soga Kishi, I remember. And yeah, the shore, the 2 will tell of you. I do wonder what the 2 is referring to. It's not referring to the 2 people. You would just normally think it's people it's referring to, because obviously, you know, you say, I don't know, the 5 were playing something, I don't know. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to refer to people. It could be anything. But at the same time, telling you off that, well, books can tell you things. For example, this is telling me that in that village, look for the shore. The 2 of you will tell you off. Oh, fuck. There sleeps the key to the Golden Land. It sleeps. Interesting, that. It sleeps. No, but it's just really quite odd that, you know, the key was objectively found in a library. So maybe this whole village-related thing could be entirely metaphorical. Yeah, and I really do wonder what's actually going to happen. So, firstly, I don't understand this, because on the first Twilight... Oh, maybe it could be these are the digits of code that are required on each Twilight. I mean, understandable for the first 2, but not for these ones. I can't believe Eva has basically solved the epitaph, and yet she hasn't actually realised that Beatrice is killing in the pattern of it. Or just some sort of person is killing in the pattern of it. Once and for the last time, that's going to be interesting. So as in, you may have... Yeah, you may have power for one moment, but that power is probably going to be used, and then you're probably going to need it again once you're unable to use it. That's what I'd assume. And this is really weird. Praise the wise. Interesting, that. So the servants are back alive, I'd assume. So the love that was lost, though. That's really quite contradictory because of the fact that, you know, only the first killings have actually been George and Shannon. George and Shannon. This doesn't make much sense, though. This genuinely doesn't make sense because which? Does that indicate that Beatrice is actually going to be put to sleep? Like, what? How? That's interesting. Interesting read. Oh, I haven't actually read this. These are the rifles that all of the family have. They stole from Kinzo, I think. Oh, yep, we've seen this with Kanon. Oh! What? What the Well, okay, to be fair, no matter how good of a person you actually have, even someone like Shannon kind of surprises me that she was killed, but at the same time, you know, it is impossible to be a human without having sinned once in your life, or just having some sort of desire that could be considered a sin, so I suppose it's fair. It is actually really quite interesting that a lot of the times we've been seeing the same seven states of purgatory is because the same people we've been seeing dying have actually, you know, had the same flaws, really. Right, I'm going to go now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Can't wait for tomorrow. And yeah, hope you enjoy that episode, and hope you enjoyed this one as well.